Greetings, G.I. Joe fans. Here today we're looking at 6 different Duke figures, and we're going to start off with the Legacy 5-pack Duke. And we're starting, well, before we start with Duke, let's do our shout-outs of the week. First is Back to the Media at 48 South Loudon Street, here in Winchester, where you can find all your video game needs from the Atari, all the current systems at Back to the Media. So definitely check them out. And after you go there, you can go and see Play the Game games right behind seats for everything else, and to get your PC, console, and laptop fix. So definitely check them out. If you're looking for toys and collectibles, you can go see Time Traveler Toys and Collectibles at 115 South Loudon Street here in Winchester, Virginia. And go and check them out and see what they got. And if you're looking for other stuff, you can go and see Time Travelers for that. And if you got a toddler that you need to get his or her problem-solving skills met, you can go to over to 106 South Loudon Street here in Winchester, and go and see Thinker Toys and see what they have to offer. If you're interested in going to get comic books, you can go to 80 Weems Lane here in Winchester to Four Color Fantasies. But if you also live in the Salisbury, North Carolina area, you can go to over to Comic Mon stores and get what you don't have there. So definitely check them out. And if you're looking for some good Jamaican food, you can go over to 39 Piccadilly Street here in Winchester and see Tropical Islands and see Lloyd and his wonderful staff and get some good food, get your belly full. So definitely check that out. But if you're looking for insurance, you can go to and see State Farm or Farmers to get all your insurance needs met. So definitely check them out. If you're looking for tree work or some done in your yard or some landscaping, go and check out Mixed Tree Service or Stoneburger Tree Service. So go ahead and check them out and get your stuff done. But if you're looking for gas for your car, you can go to Handy Mart or Sheets here in the Winchester area, or wherever there's a Handy Mart or a Sheets at, and get your work done. Get your gas done and get your eat on with their made-to-order food, so you can get your gas tank as well as your belly full at the same time. So definitely check them out. And Cobra Island is a proud sponsor of mental health awareness. So you can go see Robert Brown at Healing Grace Counseling Services. And if he has not what you have to offer, there's plenty of other therapists in the area. Or you could go see National Counseling Group, or or go see anybody that's in your area. But if you need psychiatry, you could go to Northwestern Community Services here in Winchester or Front Royal, or go see your local psychiatrist's office. Remember, you are special, you are important, and you're welcome in my community. But if you need to text somebody right now, and text 741-741, and do what you got to do. See who you got to see. And whatnot to get your stuff done. After you leave there, you can go to if you really need somebody to talk to over the phone, dial 988 and you can hear a human voice. If you really need to get treatment done or get on meds or whatever the case is, you could go to your local emergency room. Remember, you're special. There's nothing wrong with getting help. You're welcome. You're welcome in this community anytime. So let's take a look at the 25th anniversary Legacy Duke, starting with his file card. And it says First Sergeant, codename Duke. And there's a picture of Duke with the G.I. Joe logo. And it says file name Conrad or Hauser Conrad S. Primary military specialty airborne infantryman. Secondary military specialty is small arms artillery, small arms armorer. Birthplace is St. Louis, Missouri. But there's a discrepancy. It says he's a E8, but it says he's a master sergeant, but it says first sergeant here, but he's always been known as a first sergeant. And it says Duke is fluent in French, German, and English when he enlisted in 1967. Graduated top of his class at Airborne School for Fort Benning. Opted for U.S. Army Special Language School. Specialized in Han Chinese and Southeastern dialects. Went Special Forces in 1969. Worked with tribesmen in the boonies of South Vietnam. Ran 4 different Special Forces schools. Turned down a commission in 1971. Commands by winning respect. Current assignment, acting First Sergeant G.I. Joe team. And it's got a quote by Duke, and it's a statement after declining commission. They tell me that an officer's job is to impel others to take the risks, so that the officer survives to take the blame in the event of a total catastrophe. With all due respect, sir, if that's what an officer does, I don't want any part of it. And also the 25th anniversary single-carded file card says the same thing. And the only difference between the two is, as you can see, this is the 25th anniversary single file card by the a portrait of Duke, well, his lower area. As well as this one is from the Legacy pack, because it's black on the other side. And then we're going to do go through all the file cards first. This one is from the 50th anniversary 3-pack, which says the same thing up here, and pretty much the same here, except for they added, he battles the Claws troopers as the G.I. Joe team races to stop Cobra from using their mass device teleportation machine to control the world. That's the only difference between those file cards. And then you got the 50th anniversary mission 2-pack, where this part is all the same. And it says, fluent in several languages, Duke graduated at the top of his class at Airborne School, Fort Benning. Calm and determined, he commands by winning respect. He turned down a battlefield commission because it would distance him from his troops and keep him from the center of the action. And in this part here, it says, when he faces the Cobra leader Tombstone, he meets a foe who is in his equal in rank and combat skill. And a PsyOps warrior without equal in the art of terrifying enemies to surrender. And of course, you got the retro line Duke file card where it says Duke, picture of Duke, and it says Hauser Conrad S. Role First Sergeant. Primary specialty is airborne infantry. Secondary specialty is artillery and small arms armorer. Birthplace St. Louis, Missouri. It's the same. And it says here just a short 2-sentence bio of graduated top of his class at Airborne School, commands by winning respect. And it's got it in 4 other languages underneath. And then you got Tiger Force Duke's file card, where it says Tiger Force First Sergeant, codename Duke, and it's got him in his Tiger Force uniform. And it's the same up here with all this, the bio stuff. And it's the same as the other ones, except for they add Tiger Force stuff to it. And it says Duke has more combat experience than some of those generals in the Pentagon. He's the kind of grunt you want to have right by your side when the going gets rough. He can assess any hostile situation with lightning speed and act upon it instantly. The man doesn't know the meaning of the word fear. In fact, I don't think he has ever heard of the word at all. So we're going to start out with the Legacy Duke, where his head can rotate the full 360, raise his arm to about here. Whoa. And he does have the swivel around. Sorry, my arms just keep bumping into this. You can swivel around, bend at the elbow, swivel at the elbow. swivel at the wrist. Got the ab crunch, legs can split, ankle swivel, and bend and swivel. And the same with the 25th anniversary, it's the same thing. And with the only difference, but we'll look at the accessories. The rifle, the pistol, the helmet, and the bandolier, which comes the same with this one, except for the this one comes with a backpack. The 50th anniversary 3-pack comes with this gray web gear, head can swivel, and his shirt is more of a yellow instead of beige. Of course, he can lift his arm up, as well as rotate. He can bend at the elbow, but mine's a little stiff. And he can ab crunch. Legs can split, lift, double knee bend, bend at the ankle, as well as swivel. But he also comes with the jump jetpack and the American flag on his figure stand, which can pop off and go back on. The Retro Duke is just like the 50th anniversary 3-pack, except for the bandolier is gray or green instead of silver. And then you got the 50th anniversary 2-pack, which his head is a little more, goes all the way around. And he kind of looks like the what he looked like in Sigma 6. His arm can lift, rotate all the way around, bend at the elbow, swivel at the wrist, can rotate at the elbow joint. His legs can split, double knee joint, bend at the ankle, and his ankle can rotate and do a complete spin around. And then you got the Tiger Force Duke, which he comes with the figure stand, binoculars, Tommy gun, and the original backpack that Duke came with the shovel, but the shovel is not removable, unfortunately. And of course, he's got the same articulation as the rest of them, but except for his uniform's a different color. And I like how they kept on the 25th anniversary, he's kept the American flag on his sleeve. But of course, he's got he's got the green shirt with the red collar and brown pants with tiger stripes and gray boots. So I'm going to go ahead and put them all geared up and get them ready. And as you can see, there's a lot of Dukes to choose from. There's plenty more Dukes that I don't have, but there's no reason why you can't have a Duke in your collection. I think he's a great figure. The only gripe I do have is they kind of created him to be too perfect. But yet, Duke is a good figure to have in your collection. I mean, you can't have G.I. Joe without Duke. I mean, it's just like peanut butter and jelly, you know? They got many different flavors of jelly, but you can't have peanut butter without jelly. You know, but this has been Duke. I hope y'all have enjoyed this. And I had to condense it so that way I could get to all of them and not forget anything and have a whole lot of stuff to say about Duke. But, you know, I've always loved Duke. I mean, my first Duke that I ever owned was the vintage version of this one, of Tiger Force Duke. That was the first Duke I had. I had a friend that had the original Duke, vintage Duke. And, I mean, I didn't. I mean, I had the Tiger Force Duke, but, you know, we played a lot with his Duke. But I'm glad to have Duke in my collection as an adult in various different looks. I even had the other two Dukes that came out in the 90s. So, I mean, I always had a Duke in my collection. But, well, ever since 88 when Tiger Force Duke came out. But, it's always good to have Duke in the collection. He's a top tier character, very awesome to have. I'm glad I have him. So this has been Duke, so see you in the next one. And now you know, and knowing is half the battle. See you in the next one. Peace.